off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the number 1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by the former Gator, their rookie quarterback from Florida.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Off play action. Middleton. Got a man and he hits him in stride. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Middleton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Looking for Sky Moore that time. And it'll bring up third down. You look at this Colt defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Richardson. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. They go play action with Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Faulkner. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 carries, 71 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
3rd down and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner, and he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Richardson working from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. This 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Faulkner. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Open man is Higgins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Richardson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Back back to the air with Richardson. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Touchdown, Colts! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Middleton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Looking to throw. Middleton. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Richardson looking to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Richardson to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Richardson off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Richardson looking to throw this. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Richardson out of the shotgun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Middleton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Middleton. Oh, and that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a handoff up the middle. Faulkner, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The slot man in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's completed right side to Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Back to throw. Richardson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
At the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Middleton. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. It's caught. Mitchell. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Richardson to throw off play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Again, it's Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. From the shotgun, Richardson. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 34-yard line. Let's go.
Back to throw. Middleton. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Richardson.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action. Now Richardson. That's caught right side by Palmer.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Slot man moves right.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
Open man here is Scott, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Richardson.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Palmer
from a yard out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Middleton. A quick throw, but incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Middleton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run on 1st down. Faulkner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On the option left, Richardson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Faulkner. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Faulkner. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Steelers set to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he rifles one incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Middleton. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a gain of 11. And the Steelers.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And the Steelers on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the Colts 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Off play action. Middleton. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Sky Moore
from 19 yards away.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They're going to keep it on the ground.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Faulkner able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Faulkner, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Richardson looking to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown from 21 yards away.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Middleton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Middleton.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Looking to throw. Middleton throwing right, and that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Called that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. Because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Middleton. He's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.